It's actually really good for the Mongol player. You've got the Uvu right next to you, so you can have the pastures, double wood, and also the gold is kind of insulated, protected by a wood line, right? And there's loads of choke points here that are going to be hard for Viper to necessarily utilize. The detail that is going to be a big benefit for Viper, though, is Bessie here. I don't know why I call Boar Bessie. I mean, it begins with B. Billy the Boar here. Billy the Boar is a big deal because Billy is between the two players. And also, because of the layout of your base, the downside is your pastures are going to be ahead of your TC in a matchup where you can come under intense firepower early on via archers and rams. So that is something that Twitch is going to want to be a little bit aware of. It is a potential threat to him. By the way, for those wondering who the hell Twitch is, I'm not quite sure the identity of this person. I'm assuming it's someone Smurf. But currently, they are 76th in the world. 101 games played, 65% win rate. And of course, Viper, we say his stats so often you should probably know them off by heart by now. He's sitting in third place. 266 games played. 266 games played, meaning he's played more games than anyone in the top 20. And currently, at the time recording, is 77.4% win rate with 1,881 elo. Still struggling to crack that 2K elo mark. I mean, I don't know, guys. I thought we said this guy was the GOAT. The greatest of all times. You know, actually, like, a little moment to shout out, actually, when we're making these comparisons. I just want to quickly shout Kazva. He might not be in the top 10. He might not be cracking 2K anytime soon, but my God, is he cracking on. 399 games played. Actually, easily the highest person in the top 100 for games played on their account. Now, admittedly, it can be a little bit skewed because some people play Smurfs, but still feel the need to, like, highlight that. Just playing on one account that way. I'm starting to wonder, who are you? Who are you, Mr. Smurf? Maybe it's a new, fresh face. I'm always happy to see new fresh. The problem is that this face is Twitch. And Twitch isn't a person, it's a collective. So I'm kind of curious as to know which Twitch enthusiast is carrying out the slaying in this one. And if they'll be able to do so up against Viper. Viper, as it stands right now, off to a decent start. 225 bounty. And look at this. Okay, that's kind of vile, actually. What the hell? Dude. The deer next to the wood line? Mwah. I mean, in fairness, Twitch got a good spawn as well, right? The deer are admittedly in no man's land, but the double wood is sexy here, right? So I think both players kind of got what they wanted, but I don't think I can recall a game where I saw a spawn like this. For a Roost player anyway. This is pristine. Because usually you're investing a hunting cabin here and there's no trees, right? So you're just getting no value out of that. Like, no payback value. This way, you're definitely getting paid. Feels good, man. On top of that, bringing a lot of sheep back. Of course, that's going to be a denial away from Twitch for every single one you do. And Twitch, one thing I got to highlight, not a big fan of it, is only the car, no scout. This is admittedly due to the wheel time. Like, he moved his TC a decent amount, so he's actually neck and neck now with Viper. And he doesn't want to fall behind, and it is kind of hard to combat on the scouting side. But I feel like you have to get that second scout. You have to deny additional stacks away because you've allowed Viper to be in a situation where he might easily crack 400 bounty. In fact, look at it right now, 375. The amount of sheep left here, yeah, he's going past 400. That is 400 plus surplus gold in your economy for free. And it means that the scouts have definitely paid for themselves. Scouts that he only went up to 3 with, by the way, to yield this sort of result. And now, I wouldn't be surprised if we're looking at a pull towards the ball afterwards. And there it is, straight away the shuffle through, folks. He says, take over. I've got someone to go sort here. Already has the required wood to drop the wooden fortress straight away, just in case the Mongol player is feeling a little bit spicy, a little bit horseman-y these days. But as we can see, Twitch hasn't got any sort of aggression prepped. And this, oh, this is pristine. Look at this hunting cabin. The ball yoinked all the way back. Shivs out, they say, get to business. Scouts paying the attention, and they will start to pepper it down. Remember, the Scouts, they do double the damage they used to ever since they changed the attack speed, right? So they reduced the damage down to 2, but they increased the attack speed, they doubled it up. And considering boars have 4 melee resistance and 4 missile resistance, this was an outright buff to Scout's ability to kill the boar. And now an outright buff to Viper's bounty count. Look at him now, 450. Oh, good lordy. You gotta be feeling good about that. And still so many sheep remaining. 11 sheep. He can literally crack tier 3 bounty without the second boar, folks. This is a misplay by Twitch. This shouldn't have happened. Like, you can try to say some of it was luck, but it's very hard to argue it was all luck when your opponent literally only had the Khan. He didn't build a scout. So this is kind of on him. Missed opportunity to deny a lot of equity away, and this means that Viper's going to be able to accelerate himself. Wouldn't be surprised if we do see a proxy base in the next 2 minutes. So he's now insulating himself back at base of the Wooden Fortress. Love the scout placement. He's seeing what's being built up. He's seen the archery range, which informs him he has time. He doesn't need to rush a Wooden Fortress up, which allows him to be optimal instead, getting the Wooden Fortress back at base, which will boost his income in the coming minutes. An outpost. Twitch now trying to pull out for one. Woo! 8 villages? Hold up. Does he know about the ball plate? He does. He definitely spotted it. But here we go. Wooden Fortress going up first from Viper, and that's going to be a fat fail from Twitch. In fact, yeah, you just need to leave. He might try and wrap around for an outpost on the south side, but it's going to be tough. In fact, no, Twitch, this is bad. This is bad. You're going to be in range. And Viper, what? Viper, no, you don't even need to do this. Oh my god, he doesn't even need to do this right now. But he's doing it anyway. Shivs are out. It's massacre time. It's a peasant rebellion. Look at this right now. Yes! Viper, he's going to bring more scouts across to the fight. The Khan only adding 3 damage in, so not giving a clear advantage over to the Mongol player here. The massacre continues, and the first casualty of war is going to be in the red. One of the Mongol players goes down. It's going to be a trade out. 2 villages now dead from Viper. And he tried to complete the Wooden Fortress, and I feel like he made a mistake. He didn't even need to take this fight. He could have put the Wooden Fortress up and stopped the outpost anyway. It looks like at the end of it, it is going to be a slight lead for Twitch, but the difference is now he has a lot of idle time running back, and it's going to even up because of the fire coming out from the Wooden Fortress. The villagers are still chasing! What? All right, Scout's going to at least tap one more down. Twitch. 2 villages ahead now, as it looks like Viper maybe had gaps in his economy or gaps in his production rate. Scout will at least strike one down, and Twitch will be lucky it's not a second one for him there. And I mean, it's kind of a weird play, because I felt like he could have actually just built the Wooden Fortress and then peppered them with arrows, and they wouldn't be able to complete the outpost quick enough. After you kill 2 villages, you just rush them down. But whatever, works out for Viper anyway. He holds the center, double archery range. Meanwhile, on the other side, bad choice by Twitch. He goes into the Magadai against the Roost. The reason this is a bad choice, folks, is that Magadai don't handle the archers very well. And if there's if there's a list of things that Roost are most likely to build, at the top of the list, without a doubt, without any competition to it, it's #1 is archers. This Sith loves to build archers. Magadai. Yeah, that's not the efficiency you're looking for. Also, keep in mind, Twitch built this Magadai. He didn't double produce, so didn't even get the optimal value there. Very weird choice here so far, just saving up all of his stone. Anyway, be able to top the archery range. Loses the Khan as well. Twitch found a little bit too wanton here. Gets punished for it. Twitch, even if he's thinking about a castle age rush, you can see the Viper's actually ahead of him if he's thinking the same thing. I wouldn't be surprised if he considers it. Like, if he scouts in and sees little to no sort of force build up, this could just be a choice to go castle, and that's exactly what it is from Viper, and what a way he's doing this as well. So unexpected, the double archery range is pushing out only a few archers to bait his opponent, and off the back of that, he's going to get a tech up advantage into horse archers, which will be unanswered by Twitch. And you know why he's this confident to do this, folks? Like, if it wasn't for the villager pull from Twitch to the center, he wouldn't make this choice to go castle. This is reactionary out of Viper. He understands that this isn't a quick castle boom for the Mongol player. It can't be. Not your typical speed one either, because of the villager pull. That put you behind, that put Viper ahead, and he's leveraging that ahead moment to now plow on forward with the Abbey of Trinity. Being built up by 9 people, Twitch, still not with enough food, is now ready to get up the step readout, but he should be notably delayed. Does invest 13 villages to try and close the distance. But right now, Viper, the one with the center position, a center position he can instantly push horse archers from. He needs to be a little bit careful, mind you, because the downside of this position, compared to where your opponent is at, right, is that it's very hard to breach his base. You're seeing his military district at the front, but his goal's at the back. However, Viper does have the means to wrap around, and because Twitch is playing as a Mongol, he has no way of walling that off. Viper. It's like, let me finish. Whoop. We take them. Might try and take some lives as well. This outpost hasn't been upgraded. Only 6 villages here right now, but that might change with the step readout. Might feel encouraged to push more people onto this line. Tech up, not far behind on the other side. Viper now looking to shift out those Warrior Monks. The question mark is whether Twitch is going to try to match him by going into the temples himself. Might be a little bit difficult, considering your Monks move slow on the Warrior Monks. Warrior Monks, of course, they move fast on the outro, 1.62, and then they get slowed heavily when they pick up the relics. Not to mention you'd be playing Monks into Horse Archer's midfield, which is pretty much you just throwing away 150 gold at a time. So I'm expecting just a bulk army and a push out. He's got to be fast about it, though. You can see he's even trying to hide everything in the backside, making sure he doesn't reveal his hand, but this should be quite obvious to Viper. Like, you've got double stable. You're not even going... Like, you wouldn't even think of going Horseman in this situation. Yeah, he even gets the info. Swiggles in, sees the Lancers coming out. Only double archery range right now, but third one now built back at base is going to allow him to escalate, and he has already got the steeled arrows. Still needs to get into the balanced projectiles. Viper done with the ball now, needs to reset. Could have actually stayed on the berry line. I would have quite liked that. I think that's an efficient play in this situation, but decides he just wants to get the better gathering rates on the remaining deer. But that's the important detail here, is remaining deer. There's not that many left. So yeah, kind of a weird choice not to take these berries, especially seeing as it's risky resource versus safe, right? Take the risky while you can and then fall back to the safe afterwards. Military count looking pathetic right now for Twitch. I'm a bit concerned by this. He's now starting to stack the archery ranges, and he's going into the Magadai. What? This is a very surprising choice. Magadai don't really match up well against Horse Archers. Horse Archers that have superior range and superior damage, as well as the fact that they have superior health when Boy's Fortitude comes into the picture. So this is a very surprising option to invest in from Twitch. We'll have to see if it pays off. I have my doubts, though. Like, this is... There's a reason we don't see Magadai up against Roos often, and we might be about to be presented with that specific detail. Start your count up to 15. Another issue is you're building Magadai from behind, and you're not really getting that double production often here. He's not even using, like... Twitch, what is going on here? This is getting ridiculous. He has 500 surplus stone, he's not even using it. I'm starting to wonder if he even realizes. Well, Lol will at least force the Lance away on the south side, and you can't even push Lancers out of this. The Horse Archer count at this stage, it's 13 damage, 17 units. Even the Lancer resistance, half your health has gone in a volley, so... This is concerning. The only upside right now for Twitch is Viper hasn't pushed any sort of torch-bearing unit. But that might switch up soon. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts producing a few scouts here. One more Monk moving through. It's going to be a cold day in hell before you can actually collect that successfully, sir. Just back away. But gathering info, and Viper sees the opportunity to wrap around here. In fact, he's even got a small contingent of archers flanking on the eastern front. You can see Twitch right now is heavily pressured, can't actually gather much in the way of resources. And this gold isn't going to last forever, so he needs to get a sizable force together to push out soon. And here's what I was talking about. Vera and Magadai, 11 damage each. Horse Archer's up at 14. Now, let's keep in mind there's no Blacksmith yet, so you can bring that damage up on your side a little bit. But it's still a range deficiency. The Magadai, although they can fire on the go, they're 3.5 tower range. So already by the time you're running in range, you've been hit by 1, possibly 2 rounds of arrows from the Horse Archers. Boy's Fortitude could be coming soon for Viper. See, he needs to get enough gold. He's got to be getting close though, right? 2 relics already banged. Third one on the way back. Should be getting the 4th one soon as well, actually. As it looks like... Did he yoinksy? No. So yeah, should at least be 4 relics going the way of Viper. And once Boy's Fortitude is there, that's ridiculous. Like, folks, it doesn't sound like much, right? Like, if I say Boy's Fortitude gives you an extra 20 HP on cavalry, it sounds pretty pathetic. But you have to think about it, like, from a percentage basis. For Horse Archers, that is almost a 25% increase in health. That is ridiculous. Especially once you're up at, like, 20 or 30 Horse Archers, it pays for itself. Now Wood of Fortress is going up. Viper continuing to restrict Twitch here. Twitch, there's only so long you can just sit back on your hands like this. I mean, the Magadai is stacking, but I'm still unconvinced. He has got the full damage increase now. Sire Bow Limbs, as well as the projectile upgrades, means he's up at a respectable 13 damage. And of course, these units do have 105 health. So as it stands right now, the Horse Archers, although having more damage, do not have as much health. And Viper's still not going for that Boy's Fortitude to address that issue, but probably likely to make that move soon, now that he does see the army of Magadai pushing towards him. Siege Workshop at the front. Siege Workshop that is going to be lethal here. Horse Archers having to pull back a little bit. Rate of fire arrow fired off by Twitch, chasing forward with the Magadai. Remember, as long as you stay in range, you're going to pepper them down, but they are incredibly short-ranged. Viper, unwilling to take the fight, has to stand a fight now, though. Horse Archers look to engage. Magadai trying to trade out here. Fight looks reasonably decent as it stands, but the Wooded Fortress now picking apart reinforcements with the Springwood upgrade. Horse Archers are being decimated, though. Push through Twitch. Maybe this is the answer, all because there was no upgrade from Viper. He didn't get the additional health. He didn't get the Warrior Monk poking and prodding for the bonus damage, and now Twitch will flood on through straight towards Viper's base. What a turnaround. The patience Twitch so on point here. I can't believe how effective this was. We do have to remember, like, the attack speed is substantial on these units, right? 2.5 compared to the 1.25, but the gap close should have been an issue. An even bigger issue should have been the same health variable, giving an edge over to Viper, and now you see the problem for Viper. He sent half of his battalion over to guard the relic return, and it means he was away from home, and now he's being punished in his eco line. A massacre on the tree line, and the reinforcements arriving too little too late. Now Twitch almost with a 10 villager lead over Viper. Look at that. He'll just run out the other side, a chase away, buying him even more time, and Viper. The question mark now is, do you go for double TC? He's got plenty of stone, needs to sort his wood. Wood's a little bit of a difficult matter right now. The amount of villagers that just got massacred there. I wouldn't be surprised if this is keep plus TC just to recover. He's got a good position for a keep as well. And the time on this was really important. This is what impressed me. Like, Twitch with this move, the thing that I was not a fan of is the potential for a Mangonel. The Mangonel never came out. Twitch was so astute in his timing here. As soon as he saw the Siege Workshop was being built, he didn't hesitate to dive. He didn't want to give an opportunity. On top of that, he saw that Viper had sent half his troops to secure a relic behind Twitch's base, and it offered up this opportunity, this momentum gain, this shift in power that meant that Twitch could now move out into the midfield. Now the counterweight trebuchet. There's a freebie. Whoopsie daisy. Twitch, heavy damage on a lot of these Magadai. He's got to respect the Springwood upgrades as well as the arrow slits here. I mean, here's the awkward part, folks. How many did you just lose there? Right now, it would be easy to say that was a good trade. He called a trebuchet. Trebuchets cost 750 resources. These Magadai are each 160 resources. That's the other issue I take with these trades. You're paying a 160. What do you think Viper's paying? 120. And you can't even argue, yeah, but Step Readout gives you more gold. Well, yeah, but Wooded Fortress gives you more wood. So that evens up. Like, there's no more efficient play in terms of how you use your economy here, right? It's just a net positive in terms of cost for Viper. And a net negative now for Twitch, as the Horse Archer count is escalating a little bit too quick. Despite the damage he'd done to Viper's eco lines, it doesn't seem to have phased him at all. In fact, he's got a 10-point military lead. Now the trebuchets as well, sieging onto the town center. This is going to be a problem. Remember the last fight as well, there were no Warrior Monks. Warrior Monks that, if they just poke and prod at you once, that's going to be bonus damage on all these Horse Archers. So a problematic situation starting to arise here. And he did go for the reach. Oh, wait, no, he went for the duration. Interesting. Needs to get the Saints Reach. Saints Reach is a big deal here. We're going to give the buff over. Stands on top of him here. He's trying to deny the keep. You can see the front line. It's actually tanking the shots from the Magadai. Villagers are going to pull back here. There's going to be a dive in. A trade out the armies. The attack speed arrow does come out from Twitch. But Viper looking healthy with the count. However, reinforcements arriving too quick from Twitch. The Magadai overwhelming again. The Trebs in the meantime focusing fire onto the TC. The keep will not be complete. Viper, he just gets greedy here. And now Viper losing several more villagers. Now 10 eco units behind Twitch. And Twitch going to find his value out the remaining Magadai as he targets down the Trebs. And he'll get both of them as well. Villagers pull out now to repair, but those villagers need to be building up the keep before it gets seized down by a single traction trebuchet. This is a problem right now. Oy, oy, oy. Pez trying to keep it alive, but it's going down. And that means that keep is wasted. Viper back to the drawing board here. Heavy damage done. Hasn't even cancelled it yet. He should, though, to save some resources off this. Instead, it's just going to be a full 800 loss here. And a mistake made. He'll cancel it now. He got returned about 100 stone, maybe? I don't know about this one, Vibe. I need to see the secondary TC. I feel like the secondary TC is a trick here. It feels like he's too anxious to end this game. And with that secondary attempt to do so, he just crippled his own economy. Like, right now, Twitch can enter a cruise mode and go for Imperial if he wants. But I don't think he's going to let up. And oh my god, Viper, no! The Maganel. Magalel. I mean, this is the other problem. What if you just built mangoes in the first place instead of trebs? I can't get behind Viper's strategy here. Mangonels would have dealt with the Magadai. In fact, they should be renamed Magadu because Mago gon die in that situation. Like, it's very one-sided. These Magadai do not last long against two Mangonels. Meanwhile, we had, how many trebs built? Was it 3 total? They've done nothing. They hit the TC a few times. That's it. Well done. It just kind of feels like Viper threw away control of this game. And now Twitch is unleashed. And if there's one thing we know you don't do, you do not give Twitch power. You do not unleash it. Because it will eat up anything that it encounters. I should know. I never give Twitch power. Oh wait, the sub money keeps me alive. Oh no. Okay, I may have given Twitch power. Viper now switching up in archers, but that was pretty late to do so. These archers that aren't necessarily going to do much better than horse archers. I mean, their attack speed is still at least better, but the Magadai can just choose the terms upon which to engage even more easily now. They can gap close even faster. And it's a little bit worrisome. The good news, of course, for Viper fans, he still has all 3 sacred sites, so he can fall back to a secondary win condition here, as Twitch didn't try to decap any of these. But Twitch needs to start moving out soon. Like, this was a good hold, but now you need to gain something out of it. You need to punish Viper for the failed attempts. Viper now building a more reasonable siege workshop. We'll look to actually get the Mangonels out in a more defensive location. Switch up now into Knights. Knights that... What? I'm just gonna do this. So... Yeah, you see that number there? That move speed. That's a very important number. Remember that number, folks. What's that number? 1.87. 1.60. This is the definition of a fat kid chasing after cake that's like on the back of a car. And every time they get close, you drive away a little bit. Like, you're never reaching the Magadai. And they drive by, so they will kill you. I don't know about this one, dog. I mean, it's a front line to deter the Magadai from diving, I guess, but I don't think they're going to be deterred. Horse archers maybe would have been a better call. I mean, well, not with the archers, but like instead of archers, maybe, so at least you have the fluidity of the full cavalry movement, but even then, the Magadai too fast now. This is a problem. Defensive fights are going to go well for Twitch because of this choice by Viper. Aggressive fights will go bad, though. Viper. Oh my. I feel like he's slipping. Control this game is slowly sliding towards Twitch here. Twitch now moving out, the traction trebs. Magadai and Horseman on the front line, ready to march in. 1 or 2 of them on a coffee break, admittedly. Oh no, the split force as well. Viper trying to actually reconnect his troops here, but there's the wrap-in. The attack speed arrow is coming out. The Magadai peppering down the Knights. The Knights, not enough of them here to deter the Magadai from standing their ground. And the Horsemen unleashed. Viper's army at risk of being wiped here. And after that, a dive into his base, all but guaranteed. And Viper, he can't even run anymore. This is an overwhelming defeat. 42 to the 10. Viper now in single digits, being quadrupled 5 times up by the Mongol. And now the raid-in will commence. Oh, he sees everything. He wants everything here. He'll wrap deeper, though. Don't go through the static defenses. Go to the squishy, soft underbelly of the Rus economy. And know that he is exposed and in danger here. And also... What? Please, no. No, please. Viper, nut. I think it's past Viper's bedtime, folks. The good news for Viper is I'm pretty sure Twitch is here to put him to bed. Well, bed's the wrong word. This is going to be an eternal slumber because he's going to be dead. There is no answer to this right now. I just don't see how he comes back into this. I mean, the Sacred Site is still going, right? Weirdly enough, this has not been decapped yet. And no. It's been like 5 minutes, right? It must have been. Twitch is busy diving in, though. Is he going for the dub? I don't know if you can get the dub quick enough here. I don't know if there's enough horsemen. Maybe, though. We'll have to see. He's going even deeper. Overwhelming here. Straight into the eco lines. Diving on through. Decides to peel back now, though. Needs to be careful of the backstab. The Knights do wrap in on the trebuchets, and he's going to dive deeper. He's looking for the eco, but all of it being garrisoned away and protected for Viper. And Twitch needs to be careful. These Magadai, they've proven powerful, but they are also incredibly squishy. Incredibly easy to snipe out. Especially with TC fire coming upon him. Nice wrap around now. Twitch, come on. Dude, please. No. This is, like, I don't think even Twitch can actually outdo the lullification here. Like, this is more lull than I've ever seen from Twitch, chat. Like, please. Please, just send a few Magadai. Send a vanguard of troops to get rid of Viper's win condition. I said Viper was maybe asleep at the wheel here, but it feels like Twitch is the one sleeping, about to drive off the side of a cliff. Oh, no. Please tell me he's playing for it now. Please. Okay, there we go. He knows. He's realized, folks. It's not going to be... No. That's not me hyperventilating into a bag. That's me wishing that Vader would come in and force choke this guy out of this game, because this should not be happening. Please, just go and decap the Sacred Site. Come on. No. Twitch, no. Get a Sacred Site, damn it. This is hurting to watch. And he's walling it as well. So if you realize you're like 2 minutes out and you try to address it then, it might be too late. Twitch, no. Now I know you get 25 food and 25 gold, but this is not good. This has to be like 7 minutes now on the Sacred Site. Also, keep in mind the amount you're making off raid, the time it's taking you to burn down these buildings. Like, the guy with Sacred Sites is getting 100 gold per. I don't know what to say anymore. Maybe he decapped one. I don't know if he fully done it, though. Every time I've looked at the map, they've always been flashing. Maybe he decapped it. There's no way at this level of play, right? There's no way. I mean, I say that. We literally watched Lenok the other week lose because he forgot to decap a Sacred Site. So we shouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility. All I know is Twitch is getting paid in different ways. Holy crap, the Housing District. Viper's about to have a housing crisis. He's locked at 100 pop cap. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And yeah, Twitch is like, he's so smart about it. It's like, yeah, okay, you can't build more troops. You're stuck. You're hard stuck. And now the Magadai peel off to go after the villages. Viper, he's going to be late with the peel back. A lot of villagers going down here. Plenty of them dying before they make their way into the safety of the TC. What a split off from Twitch. And now the eco lead is looking substantial. 70 to 56. More money being paid to Twitch. And Twitch, I've never been paid out anywhere near this much by Twitch. I don't know how he's done it. Look at the gold right now. 4K plus, 2,000 food. He can afford Imperial. And he's probably going for it in a sec. It's going to clash now. Magadai able to trade out reasonably up against the Knights. A wraparound, though. The Horsemen switch over onto the Archers to make it a good trade. Viper looking absolutely dismantled in this game. The decap must have occurred. I'm pretty sure it occurred. Otherwise, it should have ticked by now. So it looks like Twitch was just a mile ahead of both of us. All of us, in fact. Oh, baby. I mean, I'm still perplexed by how he's done this so miraculously because Twitch is on his way up. The way he defended this, the way he bit back, Viper with a suboptimal composition is being spanked by Twitch. Oh my god. And now Twitch is trying to get rid of one of the sacred sites again, but he's going to actually have to work for it this time. The walls have gone up. Viper says, no, 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 no. Border Patrol, you better have your passport ready. Looks like, I'd say, so Twitch must have got a considering when it was originally capped, I think Twitch must have got a decap 4 minutes ago. And then a recap occurred. So he's now on the clock. Like, this was good pressure, but now, like fun aside, you need to breach. You need to get rid of these sacred sites. You don't want to leave it this close, because I imagine this is at least halfway through the sacred site timer again. Sadly, I cannot confirm that. Apologies. I wish it was a thing, but apparently Relic is too busy building Company Heroes Free to add in a sacred site timer on the stat screen. Shame that. Maybe we're just going for the Valve attitude if we'll let the community fix it. Because admittedly, you know, like Golden League does at least have that tool, but obviously everyone else does not. Luckily, in-game, the players do. Good God, could you imagine if you couldn't see it as the players? Twitch now getting the bolstered defenses up, the outposts that are going to be nigh on unbreachable. New Force of Horsemen and Magadai moving out. Could play for the northern side, but there's a keep there. Like, there's no easy target anymore. There's no keep on the eastern front, but there's plenty of walls here. And he needs to breach fast. Trying to move in now. 4 or 5 palisades are going to delay him. Long enough that Viper might backstab him. And you can see him marching there now. He's like, wait. Hold on a second. You got to kill all my villages and houses. You don't get to kill my walls as well. No. That's where I draw the line. And this line might just pinch you right now. Needs to disengage, needs to turn and burn away from this. Yam, movement speed just about coming into the picture to get out just in time, but no closer to finding his way in onto that sacred site. And Twitch, I mean, you gotta go soon. You really can't delay this much longer. One bombard could maybe breach, but the hill's gonna be a problem right now. Archer formation, baiting him in. Knights are going to clash here. These are Castle's Knights. They hit pretty hard up against Horsemen. And still only veteran Horsemen. No upgrade coming through just yet for Twitch on either the Magadai. Oh, sorry. No, Magadai got their upgrade. But the Horsemen may be the bigger deal because you don't have the additional bonus torch damage to take down these walls. I can't believe that. No, there's no way it ends like this, folks. There's just no way, right? There's no way. If he loses to Sacred Site after the way he played this, he's only got himself to blame because he went for the tech up. And now look, he thinks about marching from the north side, but Viper's already ahead of him. Ding, ding, baby. The bell rung for good reason. We're 2 minutes away. I can't believe Viper's actually doing this. Oh no, Twitch. Don't do this. He played it so well in the earlier phase, but then threw away the entire lead with his tech up. And, like, it makes no sense with his position, teching up versus booming your military first when there's a win condition on the table for Viper. And now he's being punished for it to the maximum here. And with so many Magadai, he has no way of getting through the wall. I'm at a loss here. I mean, Twitch is at a loss here. And Viper pushes in the ding, ding, ding. 1 minute away. Viper can smell victory. Ah, yes, he says, as he marches in. It's going to be a bloodbath in the Mongol base. Only Magadai left. Not enough of them to push out. Even if they could, no way to get through the walls. It looks all over. I can't believe it. He's done it. He's actually done it. Facebook wins. Viper wins! Viper! It's Viper that wins, guys! Twitch loses.